doing? Good to see you. It's me, Teach Tommy T, live on YouTube Shorts, and it's a pleasure to be here. We're doing a Q&A. We're doing a over to you, really, as well, for this summer. Like, what do you want to see me make? School's out. I don't want to do much more teacher school stuff, unless I've got a few twists coming up for you guys about teachers and stuff on holiday and literally worst case scenarios for a teacher. But apart from that, what do you guys want to see me make, create this summer? I am known to do different sketches that are not school related. So if you're re-watching this and you're not watching this live, you're just like sat in the car and you've got some ideas, pop them down into the comments. I will read through them because what you guys say goes. You know, you guys are the reason this channel is what it is, because you come back day after day, post after post, to tell me like why you like it, why you're first, why you comment, why it's funny, why it's not, whatever. And I will listen. I'm listening. I'm all ears. So yeah, like what you're saying. And also love to hear from you guys, what you're up to. Shout outs a lot. I'm here for 30 minutes. So what happened to my teeth? I get asked about my teeth a lot. So this is a football injury. Years ago, elbow, kind of pushed it back and never got it sorted because I used to be a little bit, I'll be honest, I used to be really scared of going to the dentist. I'm not now, totally over it. And in fact, it wasn't ever the dentist. It was just something, sorry, up here. I am looking to see if there is a company that wants to actually fix them and do like a day by day about it. So if you're a company watching and you want to help me out with my teeth, they're quite pricey. So we'll see. But anyway, but thank you. No, you can ask that. Nothing really bothers me. I'm 30 something, and I'm at a point where at my age and at this time in my life where you can ask me questions. It's not really going to hurt me for my feelings. If I felt it was too much, just turn off. But go for it. Ask those kind of questions. It's not a problem. I'm happy to talk about that. I'm not perfect. I'm not built perfectly. I have to wear these glasses because the light's bright and these are prescription. So, you know, we're all different, you know. But hey, let's go for it. Do you like Ireland, my country? I would love to go. I've always wanted to go to Ireland. I've been to Scotland. I've been to Wales. I've obviously been around England. And Ireland is a place I've never been and love to go. I'd love to see Dublin. I'd love to go to Cork, County Down. I'd like to go to so many different parts of Ireland. I'm a big fan of Derry Girls as well. So any part of that area would be great. So I'd love to go to Northern Ireland and Ireland. Yeah, I'd love to. Recommend me some in the chat. Places. Can I have a shout out? Maybe you can. Hello, maybe. What are we saying? Am I actually a teacher? I get asked that a lot. I am a teacher. Sly Wolf, how you doing? I've got your question to read next. I am a SEND teacher, so special educational needs teacher from Norwich in the UK. It's in a region in Norfolk of East Anglia. Norwich is the better part of East Anglia. Obviously, you've got Ipswich, which is like really low and like mid, and then Norwich, which is just legendary GOAT status. Facts. But yes, Sly Wolf says, I like your videos on the school secretary. I have been locked out before I have had to go to the buzzer. The buzzer at the office is proper orcs, isn't it? It's like, oh, buzz. Hello, why are you late? You're like, oh, it's that buzzing. You have to wait. I totally get you. Great question from Sly Wolf. So I am reading your questions in the chat. What is the worst experience you had when you was a teacher? So I still am a teacher. I'm not being let go, fired, or left it for anything like this. So YouTube and what I do socially, I absolutely love, but I'm still a 5-day-a-week full-time teacher, SEND teacher from Norwich. I absolutely love it. And this has just been a fantastic thing to do along with that. But what is the worst experience as a teacher? I lost a student about 30 seconds. That wasn't a nice feeling. And when I say I did, it happens. The students just suddenly go zip. It happened about a decade ago. So, and it was literally for 30 seconds, but it was the longest 30 seconds. If you're a teacher, you know what I mean. The student simply just saw a friend, quickly said hello. I turned back. I was like, where are they? It happens. It happens. I can't think of anything worse than that. I've fallen out with one parent in my entire life. When I say I've fallen out, it was the parent had an issue with the way we were doing something. And that's tricky, but you can't help everyone. But this year and for the last few years, everything's been going great. My students and my parents and my boss. So everyone's happy. So I kind of reflect on that. But yeah, thank you for your great question. Next question. Do I play basketball? I love playing basketball at school. I used to be a pretty decent b-ball player. One of my favorite games is called Knockout. I also like the game called Horse, where one person shoots and you have to, like, they might do that and then look away when they're doing their shot, and then another person does it. So you got to do the same shot. I like horse. It's a great game. I've got taught that at summer camp in America, a place called Camp Sloan. Beautiful place. Will highly recommend summer camp in the States. Summer camps in England, we don't seem to have them. We don't seem to have them, like proper 3-4 weeks stay away. Hello, what is the worst thing you've ever done at school? By the worst thing I've ever done, I've shouted at a student and it's just gone completely the wrong way. Like the wrong tone, the wrong thing. They've walked off. They then had a go at me. We have totally clashed on personalities, and I've grown as a teacher. Like things you can get wrong all the time. So I'm not perfect, and that happens a lot. But yeah, any advice for dealing with bullies at school in the 8th grade? You have autism and get made fun of. That's terrible. I'm really sorry. I work with autistic students. As a neurotypical, I don't understand what that must be like. To be like that in your position, but I do know what it's like to have people pick on you for things. The best thing I can always say is communication is key. So speak to your teachers, your parents, and close friends, and make sure everyone's in the loop about what's going on. Don't hide away from it. Talk about it because it can be dealt with immediately. Where I'm from, we have like literally no tolerance for it, so it'd be stamped out immediately. So talk, get off this, go talk to your family, go talk to your friends. Do that for me as soon as you finish this, or go do it now. But I hope everything gets better for you. Thank you for that one. Next question in the chat is Mr. Scream. Want to know the scariest thing I've experienced, not in school, by the way, where I live. Mr. Scream, if I can see this in the chat, I would love to hear that from you. I would love to hear that from you. Can you do more shipping students in shorts? My science teacher put me across from another kid with ADHD, and we've been dating for over a month now. Wow, proper shipping. Go science teacher, you got that right. Pardon the pun, was it biology? Because the chemistry, or was it chemistry? Was it the chemistry? I have to say it. Science teachers know that they know the score, don't they? The shipping's great. Like when you see two students who just seem so close, they get on really well, great. But it's the thing is, it can happen with everyone. But it's then if they split, it's the worst. They fall out. They're no longer together. Oh my gosh, and they're still together. It like sat next to each other. Yeah, it's so awkward. So awkward. Duck says, do your students make fun of your channel? 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 Not really. I have to be honest. They tend to support me more. Initially, they did when I had like a few thousand odd on here. They were like, come on, bruh, why are you doing this? Come on, this isn't for you. This is our channel. I'm like, bruh, I'm part of the dynasty when YouTube was first created. I just want a little go at it. I mean, to hit 1.5 million subscribers, 1.5 subs, guys, on YouTube as a 36-year-old teacher from Norwich, that is a pretty big accomplishment. It was definitely going to go on my CV. To have a social media presence is cool. So now it's a pretty cool thing. A lot of my students love it. I'm not going to lie. None of them really get too embarrassed. When I'm out and about with my students in the local community in the city, they do like to shout it out to the sort of other people who follow me. So it's turned it around. Mr. Scream, I can see your comment. Okay, so the scariest thing I've got to read this first. Okay, this is a story. Okay, so the scariest thing I experienced was my neighbor once thought my mum stole $200 from her, and she kept shouting and how she was the reason I had. That's terrible. Can't say more, but we'll when you see this. Wow. I mean, your neighbour's shocking to say that to you. That's shocking. Spilling the tea with Teacher Tommy T. That should be a show. Spilling the tea with Teacher Tommy T. Students there's a great guy on here called ICT Mr. P and his brother, and they're great. 2 Ps in a podcast. They do stuff that teachers send them stuff. I think I'd love to do stuff where you guys tell me some really funny stories about being at school, without the name of the flipping school. No names of the school. So yeah, I need to do like should I do that? Should I do that on my channel community post and put like best stories of school ever? Like it could be from something like school tussle or a school trip gone wrong but ended up okay. I feel like it would be good. But yeah, teachers give him stories. I want stories from students and teachers as well, of course. Teacher assistants would be great. Mr. Scream says she was then threatened. Whoa, this was at night, by the way. Yeah, nighttime, it's always worse, isn't it? I'm actually crying a lot. That's terrible. Wow, I hope to. What happened to her? Did she get like arrested? Okay, this is a story. If anyone's following Mr. Scream's story, is that why we have the handle Mr. Scream? Hope you're okay though from that. All joking apart, Duck says, "Does the head teacher praise your channel?" They do. Just to let you guys know, I don't know if everyone knows this. I've been going into quite a few schools in Norfolk, which is in East Anglia of England, in the UK. And I've been now to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 schools in the last year promoting social media safety, how to use it, and I promote YouTube heavily because of the security measure. YouTube, I feel, is probably the safest app to use. I think it's got really good restrictions on it. I think it's got really good parental guidance on it. I think from out of all the apps, I think I've had a better experience with YouTube in that sense. So I heavily praise young people who are using this app and making videos, whatever, to use YouTube under guidance, following the regulations, of course, and with their parents. And it's gone down really well. It's gone down really well. And thanks to YouTube for that, because you make it easy. So, yeah, good stuff. So, yeah, my head teacher, yeah, they are very proud of it. And I'm glad I get to do that. France lead Argentina in grudge Olympic rugby 7 squad. Yeah. What happened with Argentina versus Morocco in the Olympics? No one's talking about that. That was huge. Huge problems. This is the Olympics. It's meant to bring people together, not have a... If you don't know, you need to go and find out about it and come back or whatever, or tell me what you think. Nebula VR. Nebula? I hope I said that right. Nebula. That's my dyslexic brain. So embarrassed. There you go. That's another fault of me. One time, my classmate shouted, "I like to move it, move it." And my teacher said, "Move it," out of the classroom. Love that. Love that comeback from the teacher. Zing for them. Love that. Bazinga, punk. Okay, as Sheldon would say. That was cringe. By the way, if you do like young Sheldon, can I just recommend Malcolm in the Middle? It is by far, like, I love young Sheldon. Brilliant show. My daughter and I love it. But Malcolm in the Middle, bam, the GOAT. And if you watch Young Sheldon, it's got some really similar scripts. I'm not saying they copied at all. It's just got similar lines that you'd have with sibling stuff. Malcolm in the Middle does it a little bit stronger. It's better. You'll love it. That's just my opinion. Don't hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's it. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Used to love that phrase. Okay, the original edit says, "Lol, my head teacher accidentally swore at someone during a German class because we were playing head, shoulders, knees, and toes in German. And when she pointed to her eyes, she accidentally flipped them. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, and eyes." Oh, yeah, I love that. Love the fact it was the head teacher as well. Head teachers are always known to be a little bit different from your teachers. Do you ever find that? They're like your best mate 1 minute, and then like nuts when you've done something wrong. Like the whole school's going to know about it. Addison Gress. Of course, it's Gress. Could be Gress. Did you actually get in trouble for making TikToks? Did you actually get in trouble for making it? Never. I've never got in trouble for doing it, and I don't think I ever will, because I'd have fun doing it. They're always like, I don't do any sort of bad language, really. I have a good laugh. No, never. I think if I was doing it now, maybe it'd be different, but I did it during a perfect time. It was during lockdown. A lot of it was at home. Then I took it to the classroom. And I think one of the big things is that makes me different to a lot of teachers on YouTube, Shorts, TikTok, whatever, is that I don't film anything with my students. You don't hear my students. You don't see my students. I am the student. I am the teacher. The classroom's proper bare. So I actually take down anything with school logos, any work where the student's name is. Even if it had the student's name and dot and then just an initial, I take it down. Obviously, I then put it back up. I don't leave any data around. I mean, you can go through my videos, and if I have and you see it, I will delete it. I will put it down, because it's just a big thing. And I think the schools always appreciate that. My school are really proud of what I do. They have promoted me left, right, and center in certain ways. But I think they like the fact I keep it, like, people to this day still think I'm either from America or from Germany or from wherever in England. But it's very tricky to go, "Oh, he's from this school." Some of you know, it's not a big thing. It's not a best well-kept secret either, but it is what it is. So yeah, they are pleased. But lots of teachers make the mistake of like, oh, I've seen so many errors. so many, even the voice of your students could actually put them in a tricky situation, in the schooling situation. I'm really like, there are teachers who do it, and there are English teachers who do it from where I'm from, and I'm like, you gotta be careful. But they do it in their own way. Laura Bobbin, Tommy, do you still remember me? It's Laura. I came into your stream a year ago, and you recognised me. I recognise. Now, Laura Bobbin, I have had you in this stream before. Now, I know a few Lauras on here. One was a nurse from Scotland, and I don't think that's you. But Laura, I do recognise Laura Bobbin. I do recognise the name. I do recognise the name. I'm not going to lie. I do recognise it. It does ring a bell. It's not Angel. Again, I recognise that one. Oh my God, I had a teacher who's a ruler on the desk. Okay, slapped a ruler on the desk. I had to read that in my head on the desk. And this was 3 years ago. And I can never forget. Okay, so that's why I don't read things aloud. Interesting. Thank you. Yeah. And they will never teach again. See, on the desk is absolutely fine. But, oh, no, not a stream. Anyway, the chat on here tonight is kicking off. I love it. I love it. You guys are spilling tea. Teach Tommy tea, spilling the tea. Can you, no, actually, spilling the tea with Teach Tommy tea, because I'm not spilling any tea, really. You guys are. Can you say hi to me? My home life has been really chaotic, and you've been my comfort channel. Unknown. Dima, werewolf, I've got you. I hope that if my channel can bring you some happiness for about 15 seconds every day I do these, then that's great. But I'll tell you what would mean more to me for you is that you go and get some support for all that. Maybe talk to your family about it if you think that's appropriate. Speak to your school, speak to your doctor, speak to a close friend who's not going to like gossip about it. Do that for me. And that would be more, that'd be a bigger thing in your life to do that rather than relying on this old bloke. Because one day you guys aren't going to follow me. I've got to have to up my game, change my channel and stuff. But I'm really pleased that's helped you. But I want you to look after number one a bit more, yeah? So make sure you do that for me. But thank you so much for your kind, lovely comment. Mr. Scream, she didn't even get arrested. Oh my God, this has been insane. She got her. Oh, that's okay. Got several complaints and she arrested. And she's left her son home alone. And her son was. Oh my God! Wow, that is Mr. Scream. That is a shocking story. Yeah, she needs support. I never judge people with things like this. I always say they need support because no human being wants to be like that or act like that unless something up here's happened. And I think people forget that. There are some terrible things people do, right? But if you can start understanding the psyche of why they do it more, that's good. But yeah, still not right what they did. What was your worst injury? There was a hill at our school and I was up there and people were side kicking over people, but I went to class and I got a side kick and broke my wrist out. My worst injury is my ACL. So you could probably see a scar on my knee. So I went in for a tackle. My own player tried to tackle and this other guy tackled and basically one person pushing that way, one person that way. This is my knee. There it went. It was terrible, absolutely terrible. I was the longest recovery ever. And then last year I broke my ankle. If you must know about that, if you haven't followed my channel before, I broke my ankle a year ago. And it's only just now. I've still got my muscle tissues not great yet. Are you guys not going in?
We are in a minute.
Okay, all right, have a good one. Shut the door, please.
Yes. Yeah.
My kids. Welcome to the live of chaos. This is the summer holidays. Normally they'd be in bed, but it's summer. Allow them up a bit later. Can't judge me for that because it means they get up later. Smart. That isn't true. That isn't true. How do you guys do it? I've forgotten that rule. You go to bed late. You think, no, they'll sleep in. They don't. Why don't you? I forgot that skill and energy. Am I a history teacher? I do teach history. All of my history teachers suck. I'm so sorry. I teach the history of Norwich, believe it or not. If you've ever heard of a thing called Robert Kett's Rebellion, it's a cool story. He took a castle. He took a flippant castle. Bit of a rebel. James Rickett says, can you please say hi, Hattie? It will make me the best sister ever. Jamie, hello, Hattie. You are officially The best sister ever, Jamie. Well done. And hello to you, Hattie. Thanks for following the channel. Much appreciano. Any advice for? Oh, now a lot of people are asking me for about advice. Mr. Scream has got one last thing to say there. Oh, wow. Okay, that story's just gone way deep. Probably oversharing at this point, but be careful of that. I would like to say this though. My channel is going to be helping you around the August time when a lot of people start going back to school. Think about going back to school anyway. So if you're in year 6 going into year 7, if you are a year 9, year 10, year 11 doing GCSEs or thinking about GCSEs, sixth form, university, and for Americans that's like a senior, sophomore, whatever, senior, then going on to college, whatever. I'm doing advice for that. That comes, all those problems that come with it, where people go, oh, I'm really nervous about this, and what subject should I do? I'm going to be doing a lot of advice and a live channel for that as well, so that should be good. Please read aloud. Love your, someone saying please read aloud. So Sana Crafts, love your videos and shorts. They are so funny. Thank you for making my day. You're very welcome. Make sure you guys shut that door, yeah? Okay, so what's the next thing someone's saying? I think the worst injury I had when I was 4. My sister slammed a door. Oh, your hand. That's like one of the worst, is it? The thumb hanging up. Okay. It's amazing how we can fix the human body, but fingers indoors are the worst. They are the worst ever. Any tips for content heavy A levels? Any tips for content heavy A levels? As in like for A levels? I don't know. I tell you what, there's a guy I follow on other socials. I think he might be on here as well. He's called SJL. That's SJL Upper School. And he's known as That Revision Teacher. He gives out loads of advice on his channels. Go check him out. You're welcome. Tell him that Teacher Tommy sent you. You subscribed. Thank you so much. So many people subscribing tonight. It's amazing. Well, guys, I really do appreciate it. And we're doing this live every week. So I promised I'd do this last week, and I do. So every week, I don't know what always day it's going to be, but I will give you a heads up. If I can give you a 24-hour notice, I will. Appreciate how many people are here in the live as well. Elsewhere in the chat, what you're saying, reading out your things. What do you think of MFL, modern foreign language? MFL, modern foreign languages, I absolutely love. It's a really good thing to have. It's good for your business as well if you're like ever doing work abroad. So yeah, no, it's excellent. Okay, cool. It's a great skill to have. You can get into so many jobs for doing things like that. So yeah, definitely one to have in the locker. I broke my wrist, plus I dislocated my knee. That is awful. Loads now. I might need surgery, and I have broken 3 bones in my wrist. Wow, you've been through it. Autumn says, can you please give me a shout out and say hi, Sophia, to my sister? She'll be so happy. Autumn and Sophia, hello from me, Teach Tommy T, to you, Autumn and Sophia. Thank you so much for following and subbing. Subbing along. My RS teacher was pregnant, and when she announced it to the class, she put her bump on the desk, and my friend was on, and she started looking at her, and the RS teacher started saying that she was interested. I mean, that is the weirdest thing ever. Like, I'm pregnant. Here you go. Like, oh, jeez. I can see. Yeah, it's contrary to opinion. I think seeing a woman pregnant is absolutely wonderful. I mean, when there's a natural glow. When they say you're glowing, you can actually see it. I think it's a beautiful sight. But for some people, maybe not. I think it can be a thing like actually it's quite intimidating. But yeah, I would not have done that. I would not have done that. It would have been a bit of a weird thing to say. Well, thank you for that. I'm loving how much tea you're spilling. I'm just asking like on here, like what stuff you want me to do for more YouTube shorts. And you like give me some gold material. Whereabouts do you live in England? Norwich. I would love to see you around. Also, I love your funny channel. Please see this. I already subbed about a year ago. Love your content. Well, DS Rosie, I'm from Norwich in a region called Norfolk in England in the UK. Now, safely meeting up with people like myself, we always meet up at a place called Comic-Con. So I did Great Yarmouth Comic-Con. So events, I always publicise events I'm going to. As a teacher, I talk about e-safety, and being safe. Meeting up with people is not actually a clever thing to do. You've got to be really clever and smart about how you would go about that. So if you did meet someone online, I would say bring your family, meet at like a public place. So yeah, I normally do public places, and people can do that. The only child I'd go to is if Prince William and Kate said, "Could you come to George's party and do a little show for him?" I'd do it for free, obviously. It's what you do for your queen and king and country. Prince and princess, but of course I would. I would happily go to their house and do some TikToks or YouTube shorts or whatever, Instagram reels with them. Love to. So if you do know them, give them a shout. I'd love to make some with them. It'd be hilarious. Could you imagine? But yeah, I just do meetups, as in like public ones. But you never know. I will let you know. I was at the Norfolk show this year as well. So that's me in a nutshell for that question. Next question. Addison Gress again. Read, please. You said my name right the second time. Gress. Literally, like no one can say it right. There was a kid who was mean and said my name wrong on purpose. I hate the kids who do that on purpose. Do you know what that means? It normally means they shouldn't do this. They like you, or they're either jealous. But I never get the, I like someone, so I'm going to do that to them or pick on them. I'm prone to being that guy who takes the mick out of people, but normally it means because I like you. But sometimes banter and can go wrong. Hi, love your shorts. They are always make me... Do you know, if someone said to me 10 years ago, love your shorts, I'm like, why are you looking at my shorts? But I get it now. Hi, love your shorts. They always make me laugh. Do you have any advice for children going to year 7? I just graduated and I want to know to get prepared. Please, and thank you in advance. Windmaster. Here's my first bit of advice. First off, it's the summer. Break, relax, switch off. School's done. You ain't got to think about school for about 6, 7, I don't know, 8 weeks, how long you got. I'm going to be doing a live all about that near August, and I've got you. I've got your back. Right now, I ain't going to say nothing. You've done your transition days, right? So that's enough. That's all you need. You normally get an extra couple of days before the others, but I will give you all the advice then. Right now, you need to switch down. You've worked too hard over this year, along with all your teachers, to start worrying about that already. Don't switch off. But good question, and I've got you in August. I've got you. You'll see me going live about it. I'll let everyone know when I'm doing that live as well, because that's what I love about this channel is on YouTube Shorts, you can put on your community that you're going live, and then you'll see me doing it. And I'll specifically say, then the people watching can be like, oh, he's talking about that. Finished my GCSEs a month ago. How were your GCSEs when you did them, and what did you choose? Ethan, thanks for that question. So I failed a lot of my GCSEs. I passed my English. I passed food technology. And then let's not talk about the others because they were... However, I retook them when I needed to retake them. I didn't retake them straight away. I went off to discover kind of what I was going to do in life. I found out I want to be a teacher or go into teaching. I sorted myself out because I knew I had a goal, purpose. Got my GCSEs. Then I did lots and lots of like A-level type courses. So I did a thing called... Sorry, guys. I did a thing called an access course at college, at City College, in a place called Norwich. And then I did a DETLS, and here I am teaching today. So, you know, that's me in a nutshell. I chose, back in the day, physical ed, PE, obviously, double science, English, maths, obviously you have to choose. I can't remember, food, technology. I shouldn't have done geography, and that's why I despise myself for doing it. I should have done history. But history, I have to remember a lot of quotes. Autumn, by the way, it is really funny because you said her name wrong, but I won't be like that. She was so scared when you said her name. Oh, is it Savannah? Did I say Savannah? Did I say it wrong? Sophia? I do apologise. The fact I have dyslexia is a curse. But also, because I'm a SEN teacher, special educational needs teacher, I relate with my students quite well. They love it when I spell something wrong on the board. They bloomin' love it. You spelled it wrong. All right, cool. Cheers, guys. You're meant to know this. You're a teacher. Yeah. Can you run? No. So you're meant to run. We're all different. Those kind of things happen all the time. Honestly, they come at me for it. It's mean. I would never pick on a student like that, and yet they do it to me. Is that fair? No. Kids can be mean, man. I mean, seriously. Have you been to Wales? Yes, Llandudno, Cardiff, Swansea. I've been all over Cardiff. Love Cardiff. I live there. And do you bike? Because I do. By the way, you're my fave YouTuber. You're amazing. Keep up the good work. My G, love that. And also English English or Spanish? Nah, don't you be doing English and Spanish stuff for me, guys. I tell you what, though, it's a classic, isn't it? Like, I'd have used that about 20 years ago. That had been used at my school 20 years ago. It's a weird one, isn't it? I feel like we've all moved forward now, though. Since 20 years ago, we could go, are you or are you? Does it matter? Does it matter? But it's that just makes me chuckle every time. I like the song. I can't believe you just did that to me, guys. The next year, I was playing Out of the Seesaw and Spin. Demon Slayer Girl is still talking about their injuries. I mean, you are Mr. and Mrs. Glass. We'll call you Mr. Glass or Mrs. Glass. It's a good reference to a classic film. Mr. Glass, the Year 6 benches. Yeah, my boy, loving that. The Bear Lover Kid. Please read, finally, someone that does English school videos. You're welcome. Yeah. Hello there, Brian. As an English person, I feel like everyone does American stuff, but you I can finally relate to. Do you know what? It's a niche, though, isn't it? Because obviously, if I did American school stuff, which I could do, I feel like you give me a good clue, a hint there, to widen my audience. Yes, I could. I'd love to do more about the difference between American schools and British schools, but my good friend Mr. Thomas English has done that a lot, so I don't want to like kind of govern into that. I can move on to that side. However, I feel like there's stuff that he's done loads, but there's still more to be done. So I might come over to that side a bit. But I appreciate you, my man. Yeah, I've got you. Year 6, year 5, all that benches, primary school. Someone's got to do that content. Someone's got to bring the Brits. And the Americans like it. They find it interesting. Guys, I've just noticed that someone's gifted me something like £1.99. I don't know who that was, but I must just say thank you very much. That doesn't sound very personalised, but someone just did that. I don't know when that happened. Thank you. If that was you, please be honest if that was you. And I will shout you out. I really appreciate that. It was very kind. Okay, what is your guys? Stop talking too heavily. Oh wow, you guys are just giving me a lot. Have you ever seen any of the Spiffing Brit videos? No, I will. Look, I'm gonna do a screenshot. There we go. I'm screenshotted that. I like the advice. Hey, I'm the biggest fan from Romania. I have a Romanian biggest fan. Yes, Romania. Would you like to visit Romania? Yes, I would. I'd love to go to Romania. You have good weather in the summer. I'm going to year 8. I love your videos and shorts. Can you say hi to me? Alexa. Oh, no, you did not just... Your name's Alexa, isn't it? And I shouted Alexa like really loudly. I thought she was going to go, yes, you wanted me? Does that annoy you? That is your name. Do you get annoyed when people go, Alexa? Hello, Romania. Would love to go. Get me a ticket. I'm coming. I'm out there. I'll come work at your school for a week. You're like, okay, I'll tell my head teacher. Here's the lyrics to the song. All I have is a man and I went the world in my hands. I hate the being in California with my toes and leaves and swindlers. Have an adventure heading. Thank you, Natalie. Was that the song I was singing earlier? Read, when I see... when the history teacher comes in, shorts, it reminds me of my history teacher, and everyone loved him so much. Good. I'm glad that's hitting, like, it's hitting it's relatable. That's what it should. It's hitting that mark. Guys, it's been half an hour. That's my time check done. I will be back next week, and I'm going to let you know a good day in advance when I'm going live and the time and everything, so you guys can be there. Thank you to everyone on this channel. It is lovely talking to you. 434 people have gone ka-ching like that with a like. 235 people are currently live. And we're averaging about sort of 12, 15K views on these lives. So it makes it really nice as well. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And I will catch you again on another YouTube live shorts live with Teach Tommy T. Thank you so much. My name's Teach Tommy T, and I'll see you next week. Thanks very much.